Thank you and welcome back. That was the Egg Master himself who now joins us for a fucking interview. I gotta say though, before we start the interview, what can we say about the work of the young master, young Chuck himself here? Young Chuck's work continues, to me at least personally, be a litmus test of the seamless creativity that runs wild when an artist sets themselves out to do whatever the fuck they just want. Whether it be making a nice slow jam to further yourself the love of getting a new addiction in water, or whether it be some metal for the Sigma males that decide to howl themselves out at the wolf. Young Chuck here continues to be a diverse variety that to me parallels that of the sounds of Prince, Little B, Ween. The list could go on, but that still wouldn't do any justice to the scrambled egg mixture, cacophony of sound that is Young Chuck. Let's go ahead and give it up to the master himself. Thank you very much for being on the show today, dude.
Thanks for having me. Sight, sounds, and conversation. Let's go.
No, thank you for being on. It's actually really a pleasure and an honor for me personally as a fan. I don't know if a lot of people could notice how much I've already verbally fellatiated you, and for everybody to kind of enjoy. But my first question is going to come with this: Good Charlotte or Sun 41? What would be more meaningful in the drive for you and what you do musically?
Fuck. I mean, I don't really know many Sum 41 songs off the top of my head, but I did really like that one Good Charlotte song, the famous one, when I was like in second grade.
Okay.
And my friend Dubby Mac really likes Good Charlotte, or at least he likes that song too. I don't know his thoughts on Sum 41, but I'm going Good Charlotte.
Fuck yeah. No, I mean for what you're doing, it's really apropos, which brings me to a more serious and apt question. In the times of hardship for you, what do you think has played a more prevalent role, funk or soul type music?
I'd say funk. Um, Definitely. Like the first song I ever made, like on my own, I took like a digital music production class, like my freshman year of college, and I remixed like a Bootsy Collins song, "What's a Telephone Bill,"
Fuck yeah.
and then yeah, I love that song. And then, but I never made like any music for like 4 years after that, or like
Hmm.
3 years after that. I just stopped after I took that class, and then I started again.
That's really
So yeah, shouts out. Funk music.
No, that's really crazy and appropriate again for what I perceive from your work overall. You're like a fucking monk that you're like, I'm gonna make this track, but I'm not gonna make stuff for 4 years. But when I come back to making music, it's like, fuck yeah, just make sure you got a couple more notches on that belt. And, which brings me to the next question: um, country or folk?
Fuck. God, my radio, like my alarm clock when I wake up in the morning. The only station that comes in is like radio country, and it is the worst genre on earth. Like it's just horribly bad. So there's like nothing worse than being woken up at 7:30 in the morning or 6 or whatever whenever the fuck I'm getting up by that horrible fucking people. Um,
Worse
but
than modern Bob
I'd
Dylan?
say folk. Uh, I I I I can't stand Bob Dylan either. I like his first album when he didn't write the songs. But he's talking about like forks and knives and shit like that on the table. I forget what song that is. But I would say folk just because I like AJJ. I don't know if the folk punk band.
Yeah,
They're really good.
right on.
Or I like some of their early albums. So
You know,
yeah, and I like Fairport Convention and stuff like that. So I'd say folk.
yeah. See, and the reasons I asked about all of these questions with these genres leads me to my next thing. Would you see yourself as a modern storyteller for, you know, I don't want to say the American, but like the standard late teen to early 30 somethings that's currently living right now? And I, first world, second world, I guess, people that are like, hey, I'm feeling a little sad. We got to get some water here. But fuck, the water has lead in it. May as well just go and dance.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm trying to do. Yeah, definitely. I want to be a storyteller. I think that's what I do best. I kind of want to be like the new Kanye West and just be the bridge the gap between, millennials and Zoomers, and just try and make the world a better place.
Yeah, and see, in something
If-
you're already achieving quite better than Kanye West, and I would personally say you're at a little B level now, is that idea of being able to save people's lives. How many people's lives have you saved so far by converting them over to the good addiction that is water?
Probably lots. I want my mom to drink more water. So she should drink more water. If she's watching, mom, be sure to drink a glass of water. Stay hydrated. But I don't know. I hope there's like a water interlude on that one album, but that's not me. That's my friend Gilbert.
He seems to be praising you a lot though for the water thing though. That's why I feel so like and for me after having listened to that, I couldn't help but to feel really thirsty and not even just sexually, just like literally I was like, man, I'm fucking parched. I need some water and like Genesis was on the same thing. So like I'm like something's going on with this water thing. So I just really wanted to feel not so alone here in this new church of water that seems to be building up.
Shouts out. This is what it looks like, a coffee cup, but it's water.
Exactly. Well, we I had water here, but again, something too good isn't meant to last that long. Apparently, we're working hard to get rid of it entirely because of how good it is. But beyond that point, eggs. Let's come to eggs. You once gave 100% Electronica's Equip an egg. Is there a list of people that you have of which you're looking to give these eggs from your magical hen house?
Yeah. I mean, I give eggs, sometimes in packages, and I want to give as many eggs as I can to as many people. So if you get an egg in your mail one day, it probably won't be a real egg because that will be messy and it would be a pain in the ass for you to clean up. But I'll send you a styrofoam egg, perhaps, or maybe a plastic egg, or maybe I'll make a paper mache egg and send that to you.
Now,
Hello?
yeah, now the music genre itself of that you're creating here and that you seem to also be putting in through um, some of your work, which is egg music, is this something that you want to transfer in the same likeliness as that of like Andrew WK's party music philosophy as a whole beyond just you yourself as a creator? Would you like some of your followers as well to maybe help spread the good word of what egg music is, or is this again, something more akin to the Aphex Twin logo, an enigma that will burn in the back of somebody's head as they think about Young Chuck's sound?
Well, I guess my answer to that is I want to make money being, but I don't want to make too much money where I can't walk down the street. Um, I guess alternatively, I would like to go so big and become such a global phenomenon that I get to collaborate with BTS and be their best friend.
Yeah, eggs and butter do go really well together, so I think that could be a really big possibility. In other mediums besides just music, is there anybody that or anything that you feel plays a vital role into what your music has also become so far as of your current state?
Yeah, I mean, I would be remiss if I didn't mention, anime and video games and, things like that. They really shape, I don't know, some of, my personality, or just, I look to them as influences, or like, whether it's fashion or sounds, or like in the case of video games, or like anime, like motivationally believing in myself and knowing that I can make my dreams come true no matter what the obstacles. So yeah, things like that I'd say play a vital role in the ag music.
That is quite a shirt you got there, quite fashionable. Is that the new Balenciaga collab that's going on with what's it called? I know it's no longer DreamWorks Pictures, but is that a new collab you're wearing there?
Yeah, it's from the Fendi and Minion Gucci
Oh
store.
shit. That explains the ASAP Rocky Captain Crunch look that was going on at the Met Gala. But
Wait,
back,
I kind of want to change my shirt. I'm surrounded by shirts right now. Hold on one second.
okay. Well, as we're holding on here, I will give a couple words on Young Chuck's set that we just again took a hold of, which is if you have a couple of eggs in your kitchen and you have a couple of peppers and some cheese, maybe some mushrooms and some peppers, you could make a really tasty omelet that would go really well with the set again that we just watched with Young Chuck here. And now that Young Chuck has changed into something even fresher than even before and is showing off greatly, let's go ahead and ask the next question. Fashion. As behind us, you can see we have an amazing photograph by who was a photographer?
Who is the photographer? Me.
Yes, and that was a self-taken picture, timed.
Yes. Timer.
What an eye! What an eye! No, but really, another thing that I really like about your whole body of work is again the fashion and going your own path sort of nature of still being able to present a creative body of work and not feel so reliant to lean on any particular look. I think even as somebody that tries to go for that personally as an artist, and I always gotta tip my hat to you both figuratively and literally in a sense of how good you just make everything from a Minions shirt to wearing an all rocking out pink suit, look. And I gotta say, is that another thing that you would say even in your music has played a role in what you do?
You know, I just wear stuff that I think other people should wear. Like, I want to see other people wearing more stuff that I wear.
Yeah.
And I guess in terms of music, I just like make stuff that I want to hear, or just make stuff that makes me happy or that I think sounds funny, and then just worry about what other people think later.
Yeah. Um, that brings me to the next thing. When are we, or can we ever expect to see a Young Chuck tour happen, or you branching out into other areas around the states and maybe out of the country?
I would love to do that like ASAP. But I don't really, I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. I don't know if I have the right equipment. But I think I could maybe just plug my beats in and get up there with a microphone and, start leading some epic chants. I think it would be fun to do a show.
Go at it your
Uh,
JPEG way, dude.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, that should be sick because
Uh,
that's one of the things I like about the dude. Like even up until him playing like festivals, he'll be like, "No, wait, hold on, I don't like this fucking beat," and he'll run up to the fucking thing and switch it up.
yeah.
It's nice. Yeah, no, but yeah, no, I definitely think it'd be a kind of cool thing to see. I'm starting, and I'm sure you're starting to see a lot of announcements of different artists within or like scene here in communities. It, and they're starting to tour and play together. But like I've always wanted to see like a tour between maybe like drink your tears, drink your tears, smell tears, and like you playing with them too and stuff. That would be
Yeah.
great. Those
Yeah, that
kinds
would be awesome.
in a tour like
I
that.
mean, I think the time for it is right. I mean, I think the community is like really positive, and I think a lot of people have a lot of each other's backs, and there's like a lot of crossover between fans and I don't know scenes. So I think if we're all ever in the same place, we should find a way to throw a show.
Yeah, is there people in this vaporwave or like even vaporwave adjacent sounds that you still feel have been, I wouldn't say the most important, but continue to be like, oh, this has also played another part in me doing what I'm currently doing. I've talked a lot about like what I've heard, like Little B and like all these people as far as the ethos of what you're trying to basically, and you are already doing as an artist. But I also am curious to know about who in this community you personally hold up in really high regards for you creatively as well.
I mean, I remember like just getting back into the scene in like 2013 and 2014, being like super. I used to like freestyle over vape bearer beats. So I always really liked him. I love Equip. Like I've loved Equip for like a long ass time. Um, One of my really good friends, FFLLC is his performance name. Makes like kind of like 18 Karat Affair esque, like vaporwave beats too, and his work is so amazing. He's got like a million fucking synthesizers. It looks like, and yeah, just really fucking like I've our artistic paths have sort of like been together. We've been releasing music like concurrently for a long time, and we've done some collabs together. So I really like his work. FFLLC, Fashion Focus Limited Liability Corporation, I guess is what it would be
No,
fully.
that
But
sounds
yeah,
that sounds great. One of the things that I'm going to ask along with that is, next to us here we have a picture of the single for Bread, and I wanted to know a little bit of it, not entirely every detail, or if or if you're a person that doesn't necessarily feel the desire to share that kind of thing. That's not necessarily what I'm looking for, but just a bit of a quick summary, if you will, about how this collaboration came about. I just have my own thoughts and feelings about it, but at the same time, those are just thoughts and feelings. I just kind of want to hear what it is that came about. Like the cover itself, with the song,
yeah.
it's just really well um, made, but it also sounds coincidental. So, is there a middle ground between those two?
I like to call that song one of the deepest songs in my catalog, just on a meaningful level. Just because the subject matter, it's about making sandwiches and eating sandwiches, but the end, it's about working and stuff like that, and it's kind of like I've worked in a sandwich shop for like 11 years, so I have like a spiritual connection to bread at this point. Like my older brother and his wife own it, and like it's a badass fucking sandwich shop. We do good ass work there. I actually just left, but yeah, I don't know. It's just it's a meaningful song, and the guy I collabed with it on, uh, I like met him that day. He's like another guy in like Southwest Michigan or whatever the fuck that like works in a different sandwich shop and makes music. So I was like, okay, let's do a song together. So we I like made a beat and we just like freestyled, and yeah, the track was done in like an hour or two. And then I think we like went and got drunk somewhere or something like that, or maybe he went home and we got drunk a different night. So yeah, good stuff. Shout out BJ Woodcocks. Gotta get this bread.
No, and see, that's funny you say that you got to get this bread because it's beautiful. It's beautiful just overall hearing this. You're a person that's definitely understood that the dollar is really just an idea and that you can apply it to many different things. And you yourself sounds to me like became the king of the bread, the dollar bill of the food world. That he who controls the wheat controls the meat. Therefore, you had it. And you were sitting on that fucking golden, rich, brown, toasted seat, saying, "Hey, let's get on this beat." And
I
that's
got that.
fucking sick.
Yeah,
We're
golden goose.
we're coming close to the interview, unfortunately, and like it's it's been a pleasure, but I gotta ask a couple more questions before it's really over, and that is there something coming out? I know you just released songs for people with ADHD. It's a phenomenal album to go again from, I would say, some R&B sounds to like some straight out metal and like pop and everything. Continues to be a blessing, at least to me, that likes variety in even just an album. And I know you just did Bread. It seems like, again, you're just a force. Is there something that's on the horizon for us all?
Well, here's the conundrum right now. My computer isn't charging. The battery is like died or is dead, or maybe my computer's broken or something like that. So I want to make another album ASAP, and I will make another album ASAP because my computer can't be broken for that long. Um, it's at the computer repair shop right now. So I can't say, there will be another album hopefully in October. I have like a million fucking beats that I haven't used on my computer. I've been having a big problem recently starting songs. and then making them really awesome, and then getting scared to finish them and making new awesome songs. And yeah, I got a lot of ideas up here, but like I said, I've just left my job, and I'm gonna try and put ag music first. I'm gonna try and put art first, and so it should be fun.
It's nice to hear you're still going to be whisking away, you know. Really good to hear. Another thing I want to ask is there, and this is something I ask everybody when we're close to the end of the interview, which is there anybody out there that you know may either be watching right now during the actual live stream or watch it later on the actual VOD that you want to go ahead and give a shout out to?
I want to shout out everybody watching. I want to shout out everyone that tuned in to watch me, and everyone that tuned to watch everyone else that was a part of this stream. And I want to, just thank y'all for taking the time to check out some cool shit. You might find your new favorite artist. His name might be Young Chuck. Um, so, and, but yeah, I mean, shout out to my mom if she's watching, and shout out to everyone. You know who you are. That kiss is for you. Uh,
I'm blushing in the inside like insanely right now. You can't even imagine. Well,
nice. That sounds.
well, if there's anything else you have to say, it's been a pleasure to have had you on again, and we look forward to having you on in any format or way you would like to again be on in the future.
Part two, part three, part four. It goes on.
Yeah,
Can't wait to come back.
uh, we can't wait to have you back. And unlike a Dr. Dre project, we do look forward to making this actually a reality with part two, part three, and part four. So, with that having all been said, that was Young Chuck. We hope you enjoyed the set and this interview, and we will be right back. Thank you. Oh, hey, how was that video? Did you enjoy it? Well, if you did, go ahead and like and subscribe to this channel, and we'll be sure to notify you whenever we have more content. And along with that, if you look down at the description, you can go ahead and follow our twitch.tv/Codex Encyclopedia channel, in which we host the parent show, which is Sights, Sounds, and Conversations, where we take after MTV and Adult Swim and try to bring you a programming like block of entertainment and variety of, well, what makes us all feel individual, special, and happy here on the internet. So come check us out, and we'll be sure to try to entertain you as much as we possibly can. Have a good one.